much for showing with us, HSN. I'll see you next week.
It is my last block before the holiday, and I'll be taking off for about a week, but I'm glad to be spending it with you. And I am glad to be with one of our #1 brands here at HSN, and that is Origami. It's funny, origami basically means to fold, right? It's the art of folding. Our today's special, and every product in my next 2 hours takes it up to the next level. We are doing a first timer here today, so if you have storage needs and you want the best in the business, you need Origami. It's our best value of the day. You're gonna love it. Here we go. So I call it best in class, but it is the best in durable, functional, and decorative storage. If you are looking to get yourself organized in the new year, this is the perfect direction to head into. What we're offering is our everyday racks. This is one of our most popular Origami products that we have here. But what we're doing today is we are adding the connectors, which allows you to actually create one big area of storage. So you could do it in your living room. It could be in your bedroom. It could be in your dining area. It could be anywhere. Or if you'd like, you could use the 2 racks individually without the connectors. But it's the first time we've ever connected the 2 of them or added the connectors absolutely free. Our regular retail price on this is $240 today. We're at about $190, so we are substantially lower, and the shipping on this is $25 and change, and you are not going to pay that today. We are going to throw in the shipping. So as we get through the holiday, which is only a day or 2 away, right? Depending on what you celebrate. I kind of do Christmas Eve, then I do Christmas Day, but it's everybody does it different. But the new year will come, and you'll be like, man, I really need to get myself started on my storage and organization, and Origami is the way to go. So let me stand behind and show you what you're getting. So you have your choice. We'll go through colors and all that. You are getting 2 of the 4-tier racks, okay? And each one of these racks holds up to 100 pounds on each shelf, depending on whether you have the wheels on. The wheels are locking casters, so if you want to set it and leave it forever, you can do that. But if you turn the locks off, you can move it and you can clean under it. These are the racks, or the connecting racks. These actually connect one rack to the next on 2 levels. And these we're including for the first time. And then you are getting 1 more rack. Here's the best part, and I mean it. I ordered a storage system, or I bought one from the home store when I moved to Florida years ago. It came in a box. There were like 100 pieces in it. It took me 2 hours to put it together. And then it was made of plastic. It was very, very cheap. This is stainless steel. It's all powder coated. So you're never gonna have to worry about it chipping or cracking or peeling or rusting. You can use these indoors and you can use them outdoors. The color you're looking at right here is the pewter. I'm gonna go really quickly through the colors and then I'll get Rebecca to come out. So behind me, this is the Riverside Blue, which is beautiful. If you love the color blue, I think this is my favorite blue of all time. All right, you're getting both racks. This is called Dusty Rose. So this is kind of a pink, but not like a real girly pink. You know what I mean? It's just a really good, nice pink. We also have it in white, very, very popular color. This is our vintage bronze, another very, very popular color. I own both my racks and my storage are in vintage bronze. I just like that color. And then the most popular over here is the black. And you can see how we set it up. I mean, it's brilliant. So if this was in your garage area, stays tight to the wall, all your storage is taken care of right there. Rebecca Wood is my good friend and also an incredible spokesperson.
We've got 2 hiding too, 2 more colors.
Yeah, I know there's 2 more, but I want to get you out here.
Oh, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to
what
you,
a great way.
So the other 2 colors.
Yep. So we got them. Can you see them?
Yeah,
Can you find
over
them?
here. Sorry for running around.
Right over there is going to be sage. And why we have it back there is to show you it takes 10 inches of storage.
That's the
entire set. All of it.
All
with
folded
the
up.
connector wrap. 10 inches. So we show it if you're storing it, but also if you're throwing it in the back of your car to move homes or dorms or areas.
By the way, we're calling this
sage,
but it really is more of an evergreen color. That's what I would call it. And then this one, if you follow me over here, and look at how pretty it has a storage area for your Christmas stuff. This is lilac.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's absolutely spectacular. And we've got all our Christmas stuff right there. And you can see how it hugs the wall, which is really, really important. So you're not talking about a lot of space that this takes up, all right? We're at 28 inches in length. We're at 14.5 inches from the wall So depth is 14.5. And then these are about 54, 55 inches tall. So easy to access, anything you put on them. And literally, Rebecca, I could think of a use for them in every room of my house.
We call them everyday racks, but I think it should be everywhere racks,
yeah,
because it really can. And what you're seeing is you can separate them too. So when you see a massive wall unit in front of me that's more than 6 feet wide, you don't have to have that. You could separate these racks, put them in different rooms. You can then, maybe in another instance, when your needs change, use the connecting racks. It's whatever's gonna fit your need at the time, but this is all of them together, more than 6 feet across. It's an entire wall unit, on wheels if you want it. On wheels, you're still getting 750 pounds of storage.
It's amazing.
Without wheels,
right,
a half ton, 1,000 pounds. It's honestly crazy.
I love the ability of having, first of all, 2 racks. And then the ability to be able to take it into one thing. So if you wanted to turn it into like an entertainment section in your living room, you could do that. If you want to use one rack to store pantry items, whatever it is, or even display items, you can do that. Rebecca's showing you what I consider the best part, which is no hassle.
Assembly.
It comes like this in the box. All you got to do is screw the wheels on the bottom.
Yep, you take it right out of the box. You can just shimmy it right out of the box. You don't have to wait for a honey-do list. You don't have to wait for somebody to come and help you. You shimmy out of the box, and you're just going to open it up. It is that simple. That's where the origami comes from. The Japanese art of paper folding. You just open it up. This is where the magic happens. It's a patented toggle you're only going to find with origami. My little tip is when you push down, you're going to see it goes right in there, and listen. Yeah, that's what locks everything into place. Everything about this. Powder-coated steel, top-of-the-line design, top-of-the-line construction. This top shelf's already on there. You don't have a nut, a bolt. You have to make sure it's going in the right place. You just flip it over. That's it. You flip it over. You're going to lock it in place. And now you're going to do that ×2. And I'm telling you, even with ×2, even with putting those wheels on, you're looking at 5 minutes at max. At max. And you can see how easy at home. I didn't even have to read the directions. My very first origami, I didn't even have to read directions because it was so intuitive how it would happen, and my mind was blown, because usually you have to give up form for function or function for form. Here you're getting the best of both worlds. You know, 15 years ago when we started with the Mac Daddy. I bet you remember that, the really big one.
I have 2 of them in my storage.
In your storage unit,
I've had them for 12, 13 years.
We have people that have their very first origami from 15 years ago because it's powder-coated steel. But then we heard from you, and you said, oh my gosh, I love this, but I want it to be a little softer looking. I want to be able to have it in my house. And that's why we added, thank you so much, that lattice work design. That's twofold. That's going to keep everything in. So if you have those big box items or if you have books, it's not going to fall out, but also it really softens it and makes it a decor element.
Yep, and I like to do this when I tested it, you know, before I even purchased it. If you can do that with a rack and it's not teetering, it's not bouncing, it's perfectly made. I always say it's like the shopping cart test.
Yes.
You ever get a bad shopping cart where one of the wheels is wonky and you're like all over the place? Never happens with these.
Nope.
They are so well balanced. They are so beautifully made. I'm always amazed, whenever I see this, I'm always amazed at the engineering of it. Because having the locking mechanism in the back. Do you want me to take that apart
so you can show them? Or?
No, we can show that after. And you did a close-up before. That locking mechanism structurally tightens everything together. All right, and it took a lot of work to do that, but it brings everything together so that your rack is not going to be tippy. It's not going to start leaning. By the way, the plastic rack that I bought from the home store years and years and years ago, it actually is in my shed. It started to turn like a greenish black color.
It does turn, right.
Well, because it's porous and it holds on to mold and mildew.
Very good point.
These, because they're powder-coated steel, they're much more sanitary. So if you are using it in a pantry, or if you're using it for clothes, right? You don't want your clothes to get funky. You don't want stuff growing in there.
Nobody wants funky clothes.
No.
Nobody wants funky clothes.
And men, individually, you can use them just as a single rack. So and by the way, I have a designer friend named Michelle. She used to work here many, many years ago. Then she went off on her own. She designed 2 of my houses or helped me with it.
Push that aside.
And she told me industrial steel is a really in thing to have in a home. You know, because it's not frou-frou.
No.
It looks great, it looks strong, and then you can decorate what you want with it. But having it as opposed to people that have all wooden shelves, right, or plastic shelves.
And that wood color changes.
Yeah.
This is timeless, right? This is powder-coated steel. You could put this right by your pool deck, put all of your wet pool toys on there. It's not gonna rust. You could put this in your laundry room. put a bucket of bleach on there and it could fall and it's not gonna corrode and it's not gonna chip because that color is actually bonded right to the steel. You're looking at the black, and I'm gonna try to really quickly construct all of the colors because when you see it as one cohesive piece, it's gorgeous. This is great. So yes, we're strong and sturdy enough for a garage, but we're pretty enough for your house,
By
right?
the way,
And I think that's important.
Yeah, we have those baskets available if you want to add those, and that's a really good idea because if you're going to put stuff on these racks, a lot of people would like to, line them sometimes. We even have some of those liners available, but a lot of people want to put stuff to hold in. So we have the baskets available, and we'll pop that up again in a few minutes. But the deal with this, there you are. Thank you, Pat. The deal with this is, listen, it's one and done organization. Nobody wants to put furniture together. Nobody. When my mom was with us, man, she bought 2 end tables. So, honey, can you come over and put these together? It was an hour for each end table. Underneath, trying to screw things in. You never have to deal with that. These come completely assembled, ready to go out of the box. All you have to do is open them up, lock that mechanism, put the wheels on if you want. Remember, without the wheels on, because wheels obviously make things a little more sketchy, so without the wheels, well, just a little bit, although these are rock solid, a lot of people want the wheels so they can move it and clean. But if you don't want the wheels and you want to put more weight on it, and you're gonna make it more of a permanent solution, you can do that.
But I mean, even with the wheels, 750 pounds is outstanding. That's
crazy.
Outstanding. It's crazy with the wheels to have movable storage. You're seeing us separating this, putting it in 2 different areas. Maybe your laundry room and your bathroom need organized. Maybe you want to put this on both sides of the room. If you have one of the fashion colors that are absolutely gorgeous and you want to bring it all together in the house, you can easily do that. If you want to move it from point A to point B, you can either wheel it or you just take it if you want to move it. So one of the things I always say about origami is we're reason to reason to reason, season to season to season, and you will have this for decades. People have it for 15 years, and that's all you have to do.
I've had mine for 12 or 13 years. They're exactly the same as the day I bought them. And they're in my, I have 2 big ones in my storage, and then I have one of the smaller ones. I think the 3-tier rack is the one that I have in my laundry room. And I've got my laundry soap, I've got whatever else I've got in there. All that stuff is in there. You can use these. What I love about them is the depth of them at 14 inches. They'll actually fit in a closet. So if you want to put shoes on here, you want to put winter clothes, right? You want to use them in your mud room.
Can I tell you my new idea?
Yeah.
So I wanted to show you that all of the connecting racks, you can use 1, you can use 2. They go on each of the 4, so you can have the different levels you want. But take a look at this. You go home and you want that custom closet. Maybe you're only going to use 1 connecting rack. Watch when I put this here. You're going to have all of these shelves, and you can actually hang from this one. Because remember, this is going to store 100 pounds, whether it's on top, you can hang it. Then back here, you could put your belts and your scarves. And so really, then you have an entire closet system.
We used to sell these separately. And we were surprised how many people wanted them because they were like, no, I really want to join them. I want it for the stability, but I want it for the storage. I think they were like 35 bucks a piece for the racks. In fact, I think we have 2 on sale. Yeah, we have 2 right there. So if you want to buy more, you can, but they're $69. You are getting 2 of these already included, and we haven't done that before. So, and remember, if you buy the Today's Special today, you will get free shipping. There is no such thing as free shipping. We are not a shipping company. All right? We are not a shipping company. I wish we were. There are some companies that have their own shipping company, and they, and then they charge for that, for you to get free shipping. But we're doing free shipping on this item. And when you do it on something like this is a lot of product. The shipping, I believe, is like 24 or 25 bucks and 47 cents. You won't pay that if you buy them today. Now, if you're saying, well, maybe I don't need that much, trust me. These are like potato chips. You can't just have one, right? They're so useful. I even have one, I have one that I have outside as a barbecue rack. It's actually a 2-tier.
Oh, I love that.
And I have a wood top on one thing, and I put all my sauces, and I load it up before I go out and barbecue.
And you could just wheel it out.
And I can move it anywhere I want. I have another one that is in my, like I said, my laundry room, which is fantastic. And I love that it breathes and it's aerated, and so if you're putting towels on it, or if you're putting things like dusty detergent, you can clean if you need to. So the most popular right now is the black. Always is the black. I would imagine the white is always very popular too, because a lot of people want to use that for a laundry room.
White is number 1, I think.
But think about this. If you want to put one of these in a powder room, and put Kleenex and towels and I mean all the supplies. You will love that. Or you could use it in your pantry.
Pantry's
Put
perfect.
canned goods on here.
But remember, you can separate them. You can use those connector racks and make a massive wall unit. What I love is when you get this home and whatever you're using it for today, or when you get it home in 1 week, ready for the new year to go and get organized, I guarantee when you have this 15 years down the road, like many of our customers have, you're gonna be using it for something completely different, and it will change with you.
And you know what's nice? If you live in an apartment or a condo, you know, or a adult community, whatever it is, if you move, you just take the stuff off.
This is what you do.
Yeah, here, we'll show you. You take the stuff off, you fold it up, and you throw it on the truck.
We always talk about assembly being so easy. I think disassembly is just as easy. Because
it.
when's the last time you moving a shelving system was this easy? I mean, this is all you have to do. That's it.
And then take it, put it on the truck, and you're good to go.
Put it in the back of your car. 10 inches is the entire unit. That's with the shelves, with the connecting racks. It's 10 inches. What I love too is my daughter actually takes this to her crafting fair when she's selling, she crochets, and she hangs from the side different things as well. So if you're using this in your closet too, you can hang actually from the ladder.
Like if you have a workshop and you want to hang tools, you can do that as well. This is not just for ladies or for men or for young, or it's for everybody. What about if you've got kids and they go to college, right? I mean, you really want to go and buy like brand new furniture for your kids away, or do you want to use this where they can take it home with them when they're done,
or you could
and use it in their apartment, right?
And you know, and I was actually saying, especially when we're talking about the Dusty Rose and the Riverside Blue, which I'm going to show you next, if you were to give this to a new mama and they use this in their nursery, they're going to take it from that nursery, they're going to take it to their big kid room, to their teen room, they're going to be able to take this to the dorm, then their first apartment, then their first home. This is powder coated steel. You can have this out in the elements, it's not gonna rust, it's not gonna corrode, it doesn't chip. It is going to look just like this decades down the road, and it's still going to always store up to 1,000 pounds. I mean, when I read that, I was like, that is a half ton. That is a lot of stuff. And take a look right now. Take a look at underneath your tree. Take a look at all of the stuff you bought to make your holidays magical. Where is all that stuff gonna go?
You know, if you take away the 2 connecting racks, we're doing 4-tier racks for $110. That's $55 a piece.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that is a steal. When I bought, I think I paid $289 for the 2 of the big super racks.
Wow.
So you are, and I like, the big giant ones are not for everybody because they're big and you gotta have a space for them.
Exactly.
These are wonderful because at 14 inches in depth, and as we said, only about, 5.5 feet tall,
it's 28 inches
they will
across,
fit in any room. This is the Dusty Rose. That is pretty.
Isn't it? It's an elevated pink. This isn't your bubblegum pink. You know, we have a space for that as well with Origami. This is your elevated pink. It's really beautiful. Kind of has that kind of little spa experience. You can see as I go through every color, every rack is just as easy to open, assemble, and disassemble as importantly too. And let's try to put this in a different spot. So I've been showing you up and down. These are gonna go on any of the different levels. So you can have 1, 2 different levels.
You can customize it any way you like.
Exactly.
So if you want it on the bottom, if you want it in the middle, if you want it on the top, you can do that. And remember, the connectors are a $70 value. Those are included. So you can really configure it any way you want.
You could put your TV here and have an entire entertainment center. When have you found a Dusty Rose entertainment center? With Origami, you can. And I love that. And I love that you're getting the sturdiness of it. As Guy said, it is constructed so well. I'm going to show you as I move this around the caster wheels, because until you've had a bad caster wheel, you know how important a good caster wheel is. They're going to move 360 degrees. So take a look at how I'm moving the entire unit, and they just glide.
Well, the entire thing is under 22 pounds.
That's
right.
I
it says right
so.
here, 21.65 pounds.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, wrong one.
But I mean, honestly, so if you got to move this around, which we all do, right? I don't like to, I mean, my house, I've probably changed it a half dozen times in the 15, 20 years that I've been there.
Here's the thing, powder-coated steel, so they're not gonna ever chip. You don't have to baby these. I always, my daughters call me the tornado at home, because everything I do is just fast and furious.
The one I have for my barbecue, I never bring it inside. It doesn't rust.
You don't have to baby it. You don't have to worry when you're moving it around, oh, is it gonna chip? Because it won't. It's bonded to it.
Right. And if you don't know what powder coating is, they use an electric charge to actually adhere the paint to the surface, so it really bonds extremely well, as opposed to spray painting or putting it on with a brush. So it actually becomes part of the metal, which makes it last forever.
I love that.
So,
you can explain
like I said, I've had 1, 2, 3, 4. I probably have 5. They look the same as the day I bought them. They've never changed. Even the one that I leave outside, I'm like, wow. So
the only thing that's really changed with the Origami is we've gone through the house to look where you need storage, and you want storage where you can show off your storage. So you want to have that beautiful lattice work design. You want to soften it up just a little bit. You want to make it become a decor element. Nobody's going to walk in when you have this in your entryway, just like this, to take your shoes off, your salty, muddy, mucky shoes off the floor and maybe put them on that bottom rack. Nobody's going to look at it and say, you've got an industrial storage shelf right here.
You know, I wish I had thought. Actually, these weren't around when Danny was little, because he's 23 now. So when he was probably, 3, 4, 5, it was before I got my first Origami, but he had stuff everywhere in his little room.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so hard to organize it. And then I find even as you get older, same thing.
You just get more stuff.
My son and I have a similar temperament, that one of the things that drives us crazier than anything on the planet,
clutter?
Not being able to find something.
Oh, yes.
Makes us insane. Like you know what I couldn't find recently?
What?
My zip snip, the electric scissors that I love.
I did not know what that was.
Because,
when you said
well, no, sorry. But the thing I love that cuts the paper, because when we had the floods, I stored everything. I had to get it up and elevate it. So I put things in boxes. I'm sure I'll eventually find it. The nice thing about these racks.
You still haven't found it?
I still haven't found it.
Oh my gosh,
No,
that
I'll
is
find
maddening.
it after Christmas when I needed it most. But here's the beauty of it, all right? We're gonna ship this out to you. You don't have to pay anything for shipping. $25, 40-something cents. We'll take care of that for it. Also, this is on 5 Flex, so you don't have to pay the whole thing at once. You just pay basically 20%. So you're paying, what, $36? That's it. You get it home. If you don't love it, keep it, use it till the end of January. If you don't love it, return it. The reason I say that with a lot of products, especially this one, have you ever read the reviews on these products? Origami is one of the highest rated category brands that we have here at HSN. I mean, you have that, you have Andrew Lessman, you have Curtis Stone, you have a handful of really, really highly rated products, and that doesn't come from me or Rebecca, that comes from you. So trust your friends out there who love these products, who buy these products, and I think it's the combination of the quality of the product, the practicality of the product, but also you don't have to put it together.
You don't.
That is a huge deal.
So many people only write reviews when they're not happy. To go and see how many people talk about how this was really like a game changer in their life, because you don't have to wait for a honeydew. You don't have to ask somebody for help. You can do it. You shimmy this right out of the box and you put it together. And then if you want to change, if you want to move or whatever, it's disassembles, just as easy as it assembles. And it is lightweight. You're able to take it with you. I do love that we softened the look with that, the lattice work design. Yeah. But to put it together, to take it apart.
A little more decorator.
Decorator friendly,
but
exactly.
If you have a little boy's room, or any boy's room, and they love the color blue, we've got you covered. If you got a little girl's room and you want to go that pink color, you can do that as well. Or if it doesn't matter, it's your choice, whatever you want. But I love that we have all the colors. We have the original pewter, which is the one to the right of Rebecca. And this is basically all my racks except for the one in the laundry room, which is white. I went with the pewter color. That is the pewter color that you're looking there. That's the original color. I like it because it's industrial. And I like the industrial steel look in my house because I've got all kinds of leather couches and I've got all kinds of, my home is very New England because that's where I'm from. So I don't have a lot of shells in my house and all that Florida stuff. Although when I lived in Arizona, I did want to be a cowboy for a while.
Everybody wants to be a cowboy.
I had the cow head on the wall, and I had the cow skin bar stools.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I went full bore. But
the other thing is, do you see that this one in the black has texture, which I think is really, it almost has a hammered look to it.
The pewter.
And the pewter. Yeah. So the pewter and the black both of those have this little texture to it. Yeah. The others have like a satin or more of a shiny finish, and I love that. It does have a mottled look to it. Yep. But this is what it's going to look like. Do you want them separated? Do you want to use one connector rack, 2 connector racks, no connector racks? However you change throughout the years, throughout the decades, it's gonna work for you. And it's so easy to do without even looking at the directions. You know exactly what you need to do.
And now we've disconnected them and we have 2 places that we can store so much. I mean, the linear space alone on this is huge.
7 feet.
7 feet, that's 84 inches of linear storage, so think about it. I could put 24 cans of soda on one rack, right? I could do soups and I could do pastas. I could do all that if I'm using it as a pantry rack. If it was in my garage, I could put jars of nails. I could put my tools on here.
Yep.
Like, my leaf blower, all those things. If it's in the kitchen, you could put a microwave on here. You could put all your blenders and all your various Curtis Stone and Wolfgang and all those things.
I have a funny story.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just a little while ago, I love being organized. So I was getting organized, and we also are in the real process of eating like a Mediterranean diet, really, really healthy. And I'm like, oh, what do I need? I have a dehydrator, and I didn't even know I had a dehydrator. I totally forgot, and I don't even know when I bought the dehydrator.
I have had it.
But I have a dehydrator.
I have a dehydrator as well. I went through that whole phase, like when I wanted to be a cowboy. I went through that whole phase where all I wanted to do was eat beef jerky. That actually was from when I was in Arizona. Because there's a ton of beef jerky places out there. Because it's very dry, you see, and they like to dry things.
But if you want to lose weight, you can put all of your weights on here, your exercise bands, you can put your healthy appliances. It's just going to help you get organized, but also help you follow through in the new year.
All right, listen, grab it while you can. We have another full presentation coming up at the top of the next hour with Rebecca. But I wanted to remind you, we still have time, if you use your HSN credit card, for you to be entered into the granddaddy of all sweepstakes. We have 8 $5,000 HSN shopping sprees that we're giving away. Now, how do you get into it? Just buy something with your HSN credit card. That's it. And you'll automatically be entered. Also, if you don't have a card today, grab your card and we will put $20 in your account when you're approved. So that's almost one of your flex pays there on your today's special. So grab it, get your card, enjoy all the benefits. All right, where am I gonna put all my stuff? All right. I'll put it on the dang cart. I've got water and I've got tea. I'm just gonna put it right on the cart over here. So that's so smart, Rebecca. So this is one of my favorite specialty origami items that we do. This one is called our 4-tier rolling cart. And this one actually has 4 individual aerated baskets already built in. Now, again, easy, 2 seconds to put this thing together. It's ridiculous, right? Because it's all one piece. You just gotta add the wheels again. But what I like about this is it's a little more decorative. I would say this is way better for like your desk supplies. I love this one in the powder room because it takes up minimal space. This is amazing. It's only, it's 11.5 inches in width, 43 inches high, and about 18 inches long. So it's a little more compact. And this is what I call one of the best origami try-me pieces.
You are 100% right. Go read the reviews. I'm going to show you the features and the benefits, but I can't oh my gosh.
82 out of 104 are 5-star.
And they say
it's like
a lot of
4.8
times
stars.
Over and over, they'll say, this is my favorite origami
this
piece.
is a good one. I know, I love this
You know,
one.
origami goes throughout your house. The designers are brilliant, and they'll see where can we put this square foot to use to be able to get you organized, and that's how they came up with this. We started as a 3-tier, and we said, how can we make it better? Because people loved it, we added a tier. This is the aeration that Guy was talking about. All of the trays, and they're deep trays, I'll show you that. They all have this aeration. So for fruits and vegetables, of course, but also if you've got wet mittens and gloves and scarves, that's going to give you that aeration that you need.
Mudroom, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I have mine in my entryway closet. Now this is just please look at your TV because you will miss it.
Watch.
That's all you have to do. Done. I always do it a couple times because people will still miss it because if you blink, it really is, that's it. Now, this is what I love about origami. This is great, right? You've got the wheels, you've got the caster wheels, you've got the handles here.
No assembly.
No assembly. Each of these are gonna hold almost 20 pounds. But then we wanted to give you a matching hook system as well. So you get 3 hooks that will go anywhere on the unit. So the sides, any of the tiers. So if you have the black for your grilling, and you want to put your favorite tongs and utensils, maybe your loofah, you're gonna have this in the bathroom and you want your loofah and your washcloth, or maybe it's in your pantry and you've got your hot pads and you've got your apron. You're able to get 3 different hooks that you can put anywhere you want.
So we have a bunch of colors, and I'll go through those again. So this one here, I'm gonna go with lilac.
It is, you're right, lilac.
This is that sage again, which is not a sage. It is a kind of a regular, I would even say
mint or
it's Kelly green.
Kelly green.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a real Kelly green.
It's beautiful. But
sage to me has a little more yellow and a little more brown in it. But anyway, that's that color.
Electric blue.
This is electric blue. And let me tell you, you got a little boys' room, little girls' room, all right? A craft area. This is perfect for that. But remember,
put this next to it
I love all these perforations. Now, if you have a crafting room or you've got your little girl that's just like, mommy, daddy, grandma, grandpa, I love to put my stuff somewhere, but I need something that I love. This bubblegum pink, it's just
off the charts adorable.
It's ridiculous, all right?
And these are the two best selling always.
White, black. So think about this in your kitchen. Think about this, and remember, it rolls. So you can take this out of the pantry, select what you want. I have, one of the biggest problems I had in my house, and I still do, is storage. I have a 1,700 square foot house. Don't have a basement. The attic, I wouldn't go up there if you paid me $1,000. So I don't have a lot of storage. So I had to build that when I was doing the house. I didn't build the house, it's from the 30s, but when I was redecorating. This is gonna make your life so easy. If you live in an apartment or a condo, this is one of the highest rated of all of our Origami products at almost perfectly 5 stars. Like I said, 80 out of 100. That's a lot of people saying, wow, this is not just good, this is the best.
The best of the best,
Yep.
and they love how easy it is, how strong it is. This is still powder-coated steel. This is the exact same material that the Today's Special is made out of. Powder-coated steel. You can have this by your grill every day of the year. It's not gonna rust. You can have this, as you see, right in your laundry room, and you've got that bleach on there. The bleach spills, no worry, it's not gonna corrode. And then you can also know that you're not gonna ever, that beautiful, gorgeous strawberry is not gonna chip. You're not gonna see the black or the steel underneath it because that color's bonded. But right there is why you're seeing why we created it. We have that dead space in the house. If it's a corner, if it's maybe your shower door to your closet door, if it's just right there in a little bit, all you need is 11.5 inches off the wall, 18 inches wide, and you're getting nearly 80 pounds of storage. And here's what I love too. Look at how much space is between each of the trays. So you don't have to, so many times you have the shelving system and there's no space, so you can't get like your steamer or your iron in there. We've given you that extra tall space to fit everything.
And all you gotta do is figure out what you wanna do with it, right? And what room you wanna put in here. You gotta realize, at this time of year, especially when you get to the point where you can't get anything for Christmas, we always try to focus on, okay, what's the next thing people are really thinking in their heads? And they're thinking, okay, once the holidays are over, I gotta get organized. I gotta fix that kitchen area. I've gotta fix the laundry room. I have to do that. So we have a lot of planners and merchandisers and buyers. This is what they do. They say, listen, think about, it's a new year. I'd love to be able to get that back room set up. So when I walk into it, I don't always keep the door closed so nobody can see. And don't tell me, I know you all got a room like that, right? Where you just throw stuff in because nobody's in it. This is a chance. And I love that shot, Rebecca, because it shows how easily it fits into any little nook or cranny.
It really will fit, and that's what you'll read over and over and over in the reviews. People love how well it's made. People love how easy it is to open up, because there's no assembly, it's just opening up. But they love where it fits everywhere. We have people that have 3 or 4, and they're coming back for more, because it will fit in every small area of your home, giving you so much storage. Look how deep those trays are too. All of them have that aeration. The other thing that Origami didn't have to do, but I really appreciate, if you're using this for crafting or your office, at the bottom of each of the trays, they've got this texture. So if you're trying to get that craft paper up, if you're trying to get the small little, like for me,
there's ridges in
There's ridges in there that help you grasp any of that. They didn't have to do that, but they're always thinking about how can we make your life a little bit easier.
And what's nice too is everything is rounded, it's all curved, there's no sharp edges. It really is a wonderful piece to be able to have in your home. Remember, we have all the colors that you're looking for. So we have that electric blue, we got that great lilac, we have that beautiful pink, which is that's just to die for. What do you call it, strawberry?
Strawberry. So
pretty. We have it in the white, which is always the most popular. And then if you want to get it in the black, the nice thing about the black, if you wanted to put that like out in a tool shed, or if you wanted to put that in your garage, put tools in there. Again, the nice thing about Origami, nothing is hidden. You can see everything that's in there.
And this is full. I love that we do. So remember, it's going to be just about 4.5 feet tall. And you can see that I'm able to move it and I'm not bending over. You do have those handles. So it's the little things that make a big difference, like the addition of these amazing little hooks. So whether it's your favorite tools, your loofahs, your sponges, you got it.
All right, we are on sale So we're taking $25 off, which will cover your shipping and handling and tax. And then you'll even have some left over. Huge customer pick on hsn.com. It's 737-118. Rebecca, you're coming back next hour.
Yep.
We got great stuff, including our best value of the day. But now we've got a quick buy with my amazingly wonderful friend, Callie Northagen. And then we'll come back and Luca will all join us. Stick around.
Christian Siriano dresses A-listers in Hollywood, but you can get his style right here on HSN. Take a look at this lace and Ponte topper. French lace adds elegance to any look that you're creating, and it's so easy with this duster. It instantly adds glam to your pants, or your dresses, or your denims, or maxis. With the breathable lace, it's easy to layer all year long. Stay neutral with black, light gray, or champagne, but you can also add a pop of color with the currant or the hot red. Speaking of red, this is perfect for this festive holiday season. It's not only easy to style, but it's also machine washable. Scan the QR code on your screen or shop the item number on hsn.com or the HSN app.
My singular goal is to improve the quality of people's lives. Everything we do is intended to be unlike any other company of our kind. We just make exceptional vitamins so you could have exceptional health. It's not important that you get the products I'm offering, but it's very important that you get the information I'm sharing, because information is the key to being a healthy person.
You know, the problem with going out and spending money on buying a desk is you don't need a desk all the time, most of us, right? I need a desk when I do my taxes. I need a desk when I'm working on a project. I need my desk when I'm wrapping presents, right? The problem is I don't need it out all the time. And if you live in a smaller house like me, or if you live in an apartment or a condo, what are you gonna do with your desk when you're not using it? You're just gonna leave it there? You know, when Danny was in college, I actually bought a desk for him for his room. Took up half the room in the desk, but he needed it because he was doing assignments and all that stuff every day. But now, you know where that desk is? I don't. I think we just got rid of it. I'm like, I have nowhere to put it. This desk actually folds for storage. So when you need a desk or an all-purpose prep area, whatever, you have one. But then when you don't need it, you can fold it up and you can slide it under the bed. This is our Origami foldable multi-purpose desk. I have aired this several times, and I'm always so happy at the people that are buying it, because they're like, I would love to have a workspace, my own workspace, you know, where I can get under there, store things on one side, right? I can get over here on this side. I can put all my stuff in here. I can get a chair, and I can get right under there, and I can enjoy that desk. And then at the end of the day, or week, or month, when those jobs are over, I can put it away. Lou Caputo, expert, all things.
All things.
Extraordinaire. Happy
Merry
holidays,
Christmas, my
buddy.
friend.
Yeah, good to see you, bro.
You too.
I love this because of what I said. I mean, you know, it's funny. When we're younger, we need a desk.
Yes.
When we're older, you know, when we have to do our taxes,
That's
things
right.
like that,
That's
right?
right.
Or if we're wrapping a
It's
gift.
not an all-the-time thing.
No, and yet it takes up all the space.
It really, like at my house, I had a house like yours out on the beach where it wasn't big enough to have a full-time desk.
No.
So when I wanted to work on something, or Kelly was working on crafts or something like that, it was like the dining room table until we got one of these, and it made all the difference in the world. Real quick, because we don't have a lot of time, let me go through some of the features on this, okay? First thing is huge work surface on top of this, okay? This is 4 feet by 2 feet.
Wow.
That is a real size desk right there. It's not like one of those little scrawny ones. This is legit.
It's not
okay?
a toy desk.
Not a toy desk. The entire frame on this is powder-coated steel, okay? So it's going to last and last and last. The whole thing weighs 38 pounds, okay? So you can move it around, but watch this now. I'm going to show you how this is going to arrive at your home, or how you would store it. Because as we say, Origami is a storage solution, not a storage problem. And in this case, it's a work solution, not a work problem. So when I'm not using it, the top pops right off like that. I'm going to hand that to you.
Fantastic.
And then the frame. Watch this. So if we put these two things together,
Look at that.
That's what you've got to store, okay?
You know what a lot of people buy this for?
What?
A table for entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
They put a tablecloth on it, and they're like, we have a buffet area.
I was going to say a bar.
A bar.
Yeah, for parties.
Perfect.
Exactly, which is what I've actually used ours
Brilliant.
for. Now, I'm going to set this up backwards so you can see the origami toggle in the back here. But watch this. All you've got to do is just drop it open when you get home. No tools, right? You go in here. There's the world-famous origami toggle, patented design. Push that down. Now, I love to do this. Look at that.
That is
The whole
awesome.
thing is just solid already. That's engineering right there, my friends. And then we're gonna put the top on. Now, the one thing I wanna show you about this top are these little toggles up here in the corner, because this is kind of the magic. When you put this on, all you've gotta do is line these up with the frame, and then when it's in, you just rotate that around and it grabs onto the frame. It's so, so smart. So watch this now. I'm gonna put it in place, and all I'm gonna do is look down here, make sure I get it between those bars, set it down just like that, and then just do the 4 toggles. Could not be any easier. Now, the top of this is a laminated furniture grade wood that's inside of this, so it's nice and solid. Just did, you can see the toggle down there. All done. Look at that. Solid, ready to go.
You can, on the bottom, you can put 150 pounds.
Right.
On the bottom of this. So if you have books or whatever it is, tablets, whatever it is you got to store under there.
Yep.
You can, a lot of people would probably put their shredder.
Oh
under
yeah,
there,
no,
right?
your shredder. If you got to still have a tower computer,
What
if
about
somebody
the
games.
top, Lou?
Oh, the top? It says 300 pounds on there. I don't know, because we've never given a weight before for the top on this.
We've never tried to put well, you're never going to put 300 pounds
never
on there,
gonna
but
put
it does
300
say
pounds
right
on
here,
it.
top shelf 300.
It does say that.
But literally, you're going to have a computer on here. You're going to have stacks of papers. You may be somebody who likes to do puzzles, and you want to sit down for that.
This
right?
is the best for puzzles.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the problem with doing puzzles, especially big ones, like my wife loves those, okay? But if you're doing them on the dining room table, what happens when you're gonna sit down and eat? Where's the puzzle go?
Right.
You know what I mean? With this, you could just leave it on there. You could slide the table around. You could even take the top off with the puzzle on it and move it if you had to. So really, really simple to do. I like this because when Kelly wants to craft, right, she could just put, like her Cricut, which is big, she puts it on here. It's not like a card table. It's not like trying to work with like a TV tray or something like that where it's flimsy and it's moving around, especially with the Cricut bouncing back or a printer. And that's not the case with this. This is nice, this is solid. And when you sit at it, you feel like you're at a real desk, like you're sitting at something substantial.
And what's nice about it too is that if you need extra space for people to dine, right? Maybe you need, all right, we got 2 extra kids, they got nowhere to eat.
Table.
You could turn this into a kid's
That's
table.
the fun table.
You could turn this into a buffet table, put a checkered tablecloth on it. It'll be a buffet table. So you can use this for any season, any year, and then, or any part of the year. And then remember, when you're done at the end of the day, you're not storing a desk like you normally would, which you'd have to take it in a truck and put it in storage.
Under the bed,
this
behind a door.
This folds down to so flat, it'll slide under any bed. On sale, $20 off. All right? And reduced shipping on it as well. 894935 is the item number there. All right, we're gonna go on. Where we go, Lou?
Bookshelf.
All right, let's walk over. So now we are gonna move to our bookshelf. And this is easily in my top 3 favorite origamis. And I'll tell you why. First of all, there it is, I found it. I'll tell you why. First of all, this guy is slim and tall. Most of us have a place in our home where we can put this storage shelf.
Oh, absolutely.
This one is 24 inches in length. It is only 10.5 inches deep, which is amazing. And it is taller than most of our other origami. It's 65 inches. So what we're doing is we are taking advantage of that space.
That's right. We're going vertical on this one.
We're going vertical, baby.
Yep. You're still getting your 12 linear feet of storage. It's just not as spread out. Well, you know, this is like a lot of pieces of origami that we actually created it because of customer demand. People asking, like, we want the strength, you know, we want all the capabilities, the ease of assembly, you know, setting this up, but we don't want to have as big. We need it for indoors, right? So we made this one a little bit more decorative friendly. Let's do the colors, and then I'll go through some of the features on this.
All right, you want to start down there?
Yeah, we can start down.
Okay.
Let's put this guy
So we have it available in the white.
Beautiful, beautiful, crisp, clean, white, classic color right there. Been very popular today. This is our black in this one, and it's a matte finish on that, which I think is really cool.
That would be beautiful, like in a living room, if you had like collectibles or pictures or things like that.
Very elegant looking, right? This one we're calling pewter, the one next to it. We're calling that pewter, but between you and me, I think it looks more like a gunmetal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we actually have a color
other
called
pieces
gunmetal.
called gunmetal. We do. So to me, it looks more like that. Next to that, over here,
look at they wrote.
Trying not to get in
they wrote gunmetal or pewter.
Or pewter.
So you can call it either one. Yes, it actually says that on the card.
Let's go with gunmetal. But when you order, it's going to ask for pewter. This is the vintage bronze, a perennial favorite. Love that with if you've got an interior with leather or woods in there, it's going to look amazing. Next to that is the forest green. Okay, forest green. If you ever wanted to set up an herb garden or a planter shelf or something like that outside, this would be absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
I absolutely love that color.
It's one of my favorite colors. I love it.
Yeah, that's a great
Because
color.
we don't see it very often in origami.
We do not.
Nope.
Next one up is the rhubarb. Okay, it's you know, I might have actually called it a cranberry myself, but it's rhubarb. Okay, and then the very last one has been one of the most popular colors since we launched it, and that's the Riverside Blue, which I think is just amazing. In fact, I think that the today's special comes in that color.
It does,
and they will match back to each other.
Guys, these have 270 perfect 5-star reviews. All right, it's very highly rated. As I said, if I could pick 3 of my favorite origami, it would be one of the 2-tier shelves that I have in my laundry room because I love that size.
Yeah.
It would be the big heavy-duty racks, which are crazy cool, and then it's this one, and not necessarily in that order because I love it. If you've never ordered origami, Lou, this is a perfect way to get started.
Agreed. This is a great entry-level piece.
Let's hit how easy it is to get when you get it.
Well, because you know it's origami. So you know there's not going to be an assembly involved with this. You know that all you're going to do is just do a little flipping and folding here to get this opened up. And right here we're just looking at how great it looks in different parts of the house because I always call origami the chameleon, or this particular piece the chameleon of the origami well, because depending on how you decorate it, that's the personality it's going to take on. But so this is what it looks like set up. Now watch this. I can break this down, let's say for storage purposes, for moving purposes, anything like that. And with just a little flip of the wrist and a kick of the foot, boom, just like that, it is broke down. And that right there is about 3 to 4 inches, okay? So we're not talking about a lot of space. You don't need a lot of room to store this. Look at that. And this is another piece that you can put in a closet under the bed behind a door when you're not using it. But this is so beautiful, I really think you're gonna leave it out all the time. When it comes to your house, it's gonna be flat packed in a box, don't panic, because that's what everybody does, all right? All you gotta do, like all origami, grab the sides. Open it up like this. Gravity's gonna do most of the work. It's gonna fall open. On the back of it, there's that origami toggle again that we've been seeing all day long. Patented design. You thread that through like that, you pull down like that. It locks it into place. Now, just like I've been doing with all the pieces, I can pick this up and I can move this around because this is already good to go, just like that. Then we flip over the top shelf, which is only hinged on one side so that it can fold. We put that over. One more latch right here. Give that a little flip like that.
And you're done.
And you're done, that's it.
And again, I can't tell you, for books, for photos, for artwork.
Oh my gosh.
Kitschy stuff, for collectibles, pictures of your children, or your grandchildren, you can utilize it for that. It's got, now they are aerated on the shelves.
They are.
These are a little bit different than the other shelves.
It is, and that's a great point because we knew that people are going to be using these to put smaller things on them. And if we use the wire shelves like we use on most origami, they were going to fall through. Okay, so for display purposes, we said, let's give them a solid shelf. Then we thought about it and said, wait a minute, we need airflow, we need water flow. Because, you know, there's still going to be people out there that are going to use it outdoors for planting or something like that. So that's where the perforations came in here. Then the other consideration we made was kind of like, it's structural, it's functional, and it's also for decor, and that's these guys right here, the lattice work, okay? They are structural because they're welded to the frame, so that's gonna add a little bit of rigidity to it. They are decorator friendly, so that means when you put this in your house, it looks like a nice piece of furniture. It doesn't look like something that's horribly industrial. And then it stops books from falling off, and that's the functionality part of it. I mean, they really thought this one through. Now, there's one more feature, guy, that we gotta talk about. And that's down there, and that's the leveling feet that are on these, okay?
Because I don't know of another origami that has this.
No, that's the only one.
And
no wheels on this. And there's a good thought behind this, because you know, being a bookshelf, we don't think people are gonna be rolling it around, right? So we wanna make sure that when it's sitting there, that is going to be nice and level. So notice, if I move this counterclockwise, okay, it's actually retracting into the frame. If I go clockwise, you're gonna see that it's coming down. You can see how that screw is starting to come out right there, all right? Now, why do we do that? Because sometimes if your floor is not level and you've got pieces of crystal on here, you don't want it wobbling back and forth. Like right now, I've got it horribly off balance, but I'll just extend the one on the back and we're done. It's level, okay? Here's the implication of using those feet though. If you have the feet on it, we recommend that you limit yourself to 50 pounds per shelf because we don't want it to get tippy.
You're never gonna put more than that on.
But that's 300 pounds, guys.
Yeah, I know.
That's 300 pounds. Now, without the feet on it, you can go up to 70 pounds, because if your floor is perfectly level, you don't need them. You can go to 70 pounds per shelf for a grand total of 420 pounds. That is massive.
This is my favorite Try Me. out of all the different
yeah.
ones that we have. I know, I love that. The decorative one that we had, that had the bright colors, I love that.
Yep.
But that's not one I'm gonna put in my living room or my dining room.
No, this guy right here.
And listen, if
All
you
day
need
long.
to store plates or your fancy
You can use it for
silverware,
anything you want.
or if you want to put your games on there, right?
Kitchen electrics
Yes.
on here, like I mentioned earlier, for planting, for an herb garden. If you live in a condo and you've got a beautiful balcony, you know, and you've always thought, man, I wish I could have some foliage out here. This has got enough room that it's not going to look sad, like just 2 shelves with a couple of plants on it. This is like a whole garden that you could have on this. And because it's powder coated steel, like all Origami, it's not going to corrode, and you can use it indoors and outdoors. So that means, you know, go ahead, put that herb garden on there, water it right on this. The water is going to drain through here. If you look at the white one that's down on the end here, that's what I was talking about earlier, about how it takes on the personality of however you decorate it, okay? So when you look at this and you see the family right there and you see the photos and all that, all that wood, all that, the baskets, it warms it up.
I think, like I said, when I think of this particular rack,
Yes, sir.
this is what I think of it. I think like putting stuff that, you know, that's meaning for you, right?
Right.
So if it's in your living room,
That's
or
what it's
it
about.
could be if you have a separate dining room.
Yeah.
Like I said, you could put stuff that's for the dining room. So
Totally
it could be
could.
serving pieces, things like that.
Right.
If it's in your kitchen, you could put appliances. You could put your blenders, your mixers, all that stuff in there.
Yeah.
You could put your extra silverware. All that can be here, and you have easy access. Because remember, we're only about 10.5 inches from the wall.
Exactly.
So we're taking advantage of that, the linear space.
That and this.
And the
okay?
height.
Well, because a lot of our racks have fewer shelves, but they're wider. This has more shelves, but it's taller. So you're still getting, believe it or not, just like our largest rack, you're still getting 12 linear feet of storage with this, because you've got the 6 shelves that are 2 feet across each.
But
so
it's as tall as we are.
Yeah, it actually is, and which is crazy to me. You know, but that, you know what? I like that. I don't want to see a shelf that's like that's not substantial. You know what I mean?
Right.
By the way, so one of the things I love most about Origami, of course, is the ease of setup, right? I had the misfortune recently of having to build 4 or 5 pieces of furniture that is just stuff that Origami doesn't make.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it was from one of those companies that gives you diagrams that have no words. It's just stick figures. You know what I'm talking about?
It.
So,
and a bunch of bags of nuts and bolts.
I got halfway through 2 different pieces and realized I had one of the key components on backwards.
And you had to take it all apart.
I had to take it. I figured out a way to do it where I just had to take that one piece off, but it added like an extra hour to what I was doing. With Origami, watch this, because there's no way that you can mess this up.
I bought a smoker.
Yeah.
And it came, you know, the actual smoker box came in 4 pieces. But I had all these structural things that had to go in. I did the same thing. I had to go backwards.
Yeah.
Take everything apart.
And it just makes you so mad when
you
got to
realize this comes in a nice big box,
Yes,
flat
it does.
packed.
Well packed.
All you do is pull it out of the box.
Yep.
Open it up, spin on the feet.
Yeah.
And you are done.
You're done. That's it. I mean, like, you are basically sitting there putting books or your kitchen electrics or whatever it is you want to put on it within minutes of opening that box. That's the crazy thing. That's why I always tell people Origami is like the instant gratification of the furniture world. As soon as you get it, you open that box, you're just sitting there enjoying it, okay? It's not like a half a day project. I'm going to tell you something, too. One of the things I discovered is that either I'm getting arthritis in my wrists or I'm just not as strong as I used to be. I'm sitting there screwing these things in the furniture, and at the end of the night, my hands and my wrists are just throbbing from it. With Origami, that's never happened to me.
Well, and if you're a senior out there and you're in your 70s or your 80s and you want to have this storage, the nice thing is, like we said,
Thank God
the
you said
hardest thing
70s
you're going to
and
do, well, I'd say 60s, but 50s, but I don't want to bother us. But whatever age you are, it's never fun.
No.
Like, I don't enjoy getting a workout from putting together furniture.
Yeah.
I'd rather work out.
Yeah, I'd rather go to the gym.
I don't need to do this. You and I are the ones that talk about that all the time. It's like, listen, I got enough things on my list from a hurricane than to have to start
so many
building
things
furniture.
from the hurricane.
So what's wonderful about Origami, that's all you do.
Look at that.
You take it out of the box, you lock it into place.
That's it.
And you have beautiful storage.
Close
and
open.
Again, as I said with Rebecca, the stainless is really, it's so in to mix and match with your wood pieces. So if you wanted to put this in a living area, like if you have a wooden dining table, it's totally cool to put in a metal
Absolutely.
rack in there.
And this is the vintage bronze, which really does I have a hard time sometimes telling it apart from some of the wood because the colors just blend. I mean, you got to really look at it to see. And you're going to be surprised when people see origami furniture. They're not going to know that it's something that came flat packed in a box. They're going to have no idea when they see it. And and it looks completely different than particle board. It looks much more substantial. And you know why? Because it is. And it's oddly enough almost the same price, which is crazy to me.
Like, let me just say this. If I had $100 to spend on origami, this is what I would buy.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
This is what
and
I
like
would
you
buy.
said, this is the intro piece right here. You know,
Yeah.
if you're looking for like dipping your toes in the origami water, this guy right here, you cannot go wrong with this.
Let's go through
Absolutely.
colors one more time, because
One
we're
more
running
time.
out of time. So all the way in the end.
Okay, we got the beautiful crisp
And,
clean
and look
white.
at how nicely we decked that out, or our crew did. Beautiful.
Yeah, doesn't it look great? So we got the beautiful white all the way down here. And then next to that, we've got the beautiful black. The black is a matte finish on this one, which I'm a huge fan of.
I like that
wish we
too.
had more that were in a matte. Then we've got the gunmetal / pewter next to that. All right, and then we have me. There you are. And then
Let me get my
we've got
big head out here.
we got the vintage bronze over here. Take a look at that guy.
And then we have the what I would call a holiday green.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. That's the forest green right there if you're ordering. Then we've got the rhubarb next to that one. And then the very last one, the Riverside Blue, which people are going crazy
If you're going to
over.
put this in a bedroom,
Oh, yeah.
I love that Riverside view. Or if you're going to do that for your linens,
Yeah.
that would be really nice as
Very
well. 'cause
calming.
That's a great,
Very
yes, it is
relaxing
very
color.
calming.
Yeah.
All right, it's a customer pick like every other piece we've been showing you.
That's right.
Item number is 746806. We dropped the price from $139, so you save $30. Shipping is only $9.95. You'll get it home. You get till the end of January. I know you will fall in love with this
Oh, yeah.
particular piece
You'll be
because it is the classic origami try me piece.
Right.
All right, Lou,
Yes, sir.
when are you coming back? Next
Next
hour?
hour with the
What do we got?
stackable racks.
Oh, I love those too.
And it's a set
Is
of
that
four
the
this
set
time.
of four?
Set of four.
That you can have 4 individual.
Configure any way
or
you want.
you can configure them any way you
2,
want.
3, 4, 1 in each room, whatever you want.
All right, so we got that coming up when we come back. Hey, I wanted to mention really quick while Lou takes a little break here, we have our streaming service, HSN. And by the way, you can go anywhere you want on this HSN Plus. You can watch the shows. You can shop for product. I mean, there's so many different things. You can shop by show. You want to go to my Now That's Clever, you can turn that on, see what you missed. All kinds of great stuff. Cooking demos, everything. There's Now That's Clever. Enjoy it. Shop with us. And pick out what you want to see. All right. We are coming up in our next show. Where is it? Oh, I love this. This thing is awesome. And you know what's amazing about it? It's origami, so it's stainless, right? Stainless steel frame, but they put wooden shelves on it. Look at how it cascades down. So if you are looking for decor, storage, something that folds and you can put away when you don't need it, I love this for the bath. So you can put your towels on there, you can put your soaps on there. Look at this in a bedroom. Isn't that cool? That's like designer right there. And you've got those wooden shelves. And Pat, do we have colors in this? 3 colors. We have the black, white, and the platinum. And with the black, look at those great wood tone shelves. And they are wood. Gorgeous for display. Sale price, $69.95. And FlexPay is available. All right. Are we going to promo and then take a break? All right. So, hey, guess what? We got to know. You want to get the best value of the day with free shipping and handling? Something we've never done before, which is give you 2 beautiful big starter racks plus the connectors so you can create your own configuration. You're going to need our best value of the day. Here we go. All right, I said it before and I'll say it again. If you're looking for the best in durable, functional, and decorative storage, look no further. It's a brand new year coming up, and I know you're all itching to get your hands on some of this so you can get yourself organized. What we're doing today is we are giving you 2 of our full-size 4-tier storage racks. We've done that before, but we've never included the connectors so that now you can configure your 2 racks. There's number 1. And there's number 2. And then you can connect them together with the connector racks, which normally are $70, at $35 a piece. We are putting them together. So now, and you can put them on any level you want, or you can take them away and you can use them. These are completely assembled. The only thing that you need to do is screw on the wheels, and that is it. You've got, it is $50, right? No, it's $70 under our, if purchased separately, but I think it's $50 off our price. We are doing it at $189.99, and we're doing it with free shipping and handling. The best part about it is when you take them out of the box, all you do is fold them out, lock them in. Takes about 5 minutes, and you are done. You never need a screwdriver. You don't need a wrench. You don't need a hammer, unless you want to beat up your old furniture. Because I will tell you, it's the easiest thing you will ever buy and put together. And now it could be in a living room. It could be, how about in your garage, right? You want to go spend $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 and have shelves built in that when you sell your house, stay with the house because they're part of the structure, or do you want to take these, fold them up, and take them to your next destination? Because you can do that with Origami. This is the original pewter color, and we'll get to all the features in a minute when Rebecca comes out here. Behind me